Well, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here, greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day. I have running around on my lap a very, very wild. Come on, little guy, you don't want to fall. Little dust mop. He is such a silly goose. He's so active in the morning these days. He's just whoa. He took a jump. Hokey smokes. I'd never seen him take a jump off my hand before. He's getting very, very used to being in my hands. But he's been very, very active in the morning. Whenever I'm up and doing stuff, he's up there on the house staring at me. So he's super, super active today, as you can tell. Let me put him back down inside of here so he doesn't go jumping anymore. That was a surprise. I don't want him to get hurt. Hokey smokes. And, of course, on the daily Shelton, Washington weather, plague, rat, and spider report weather, it's just hot. Hokey smokes. Oh my God. It was like California yesterday. Not quite as hot, but it was still heavy duty, nasty. And so it was like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock, maybe even 9 o'clock before I went walkies last night. Had to walk to Safeway, so went all around town and then Safeway, picked up some stuff and then walked back. So, yay. I actually slept better last night. Now, I don't have this up and working fully yet, but I did plug it in and have working because that's not even English. This has some very nice settings. When you put it onto the fan setting, well, which is like you turn it on, it has 3 settings, and the highest level is actually pretty good. Pretty strong. Now, the lighting, though, let me turn that down, is very, very silly. This is the mood lighting. One tiny little LED against one of the sides. Whoopsie. This is the mood lighting. And so it switches through this. I imagine if it was like middle of the night or whatever, that might show it better. But that's kind of silly for the mood lighting. But past that, it's very, very nice. And so that is good. One of the biggest reasons I have not yet had a chance to put it up in my room for sleeping at night yet is I don't have, because of stuff still in there, I don't really have a good place to put it yet. So I've been trying to figure out a good other thing. Because I have to take a little thing on wheels that has drawers in it, and I put my sleep apnea machine on that. So I'm going to need another little drawer thing because my sleep apnea machine fits on that and there's no more room. So I need another thing to put next to it so I could have it right next to my bed blowing over on me. And I'm close. We're getting there. Plague rat report, of course. Of course. People running around in Safeway with it just covering their mouth, noses uncovered. Some people running around, no masks. And of course, a month and a week ago, there were only like 33 cases here in Mason County. As of this morning, we're at 82. It's not huge, but it's growing. In a month and a week, it's like tripled. So that's not good. I really, 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 really don't want to get sick myself of this thing. Hokey smokes. One of the big things that you have to look at the data properly because they were finding out that one of the biggest groups of people that was picking up the bug was people that were staying home. And so people were going, oh look, you stay home, it doesn't help you. No, the real data is people were staying home, but the people that were going out were bringing it back with them. This thing is so insanely contagious, even people staying home with the people going out aren't safe. They're getting it from those that go out. And then, of course, watched the big thing on conspiracy theories, John Oliver thing this morning. And yeah, conspiracy theories and conspiracy theorists, and it's It's rough because you try to confront conspiracy theorists, and the fact that you are saying you're wrong is proof that they're right in their mind. And so that's bad. The problem is, and that's why it's not actually a problem, but it is, because science isn't monolithic where you're supposed to accept things on faith. The idea of everyone outside of science is that it's monolithic, you take it on faith just like religion. No, science says, okay, this is the basis of everything that happens. Here's our tools, go out and test it. Go out and check it for yourself. Go out and observe it. Make sure that this fits. That's one of the big things of science, is you are constantly checking it, constantly testing everybody else, making sure it works. Every time you look at a microscope, you are testing all that previous data, hundreds of years. You are personally proof checking all of those scientists of the past just by looking into a microscope, and it works. Every time you look into a telescope and you look off into space, you are proof checking every single scientist that has ever come before you. Every scientist that looked through a telescope, you are proof checking the person that invented this stuff. You personally are proof checking these people. And that's what science is about. That's where I say it's a problem, because people who are tied up in conspiracy theories are right to be curious. You are right to question authority. You are right to say, is this real? Is this right? That's proper. That's good. That's the basis of science. You're on the right step. It's just that there was a Y step where you could go to the left and follow the footsteps of absolutely everybody else who's tested this stuff and found it to be true and correct, and then had their curiosity just go wild from there. Or take a right-hand step where it's like, all these people are wrong, but this YouTuber here, he's right. And this small group of YouTubers are right. Because once you've gone down that step, of course, any attempt to show you you're wrong is just more proof that you're right. And the bad thing about the conspiracy theories and conspiracy theorists is everybody has these. As John Oliver was pointing out, even though he knows and knew what was going on with the death of Princess Diana, he still has the feeling that it was a royal family thing to take her out. But he knows that's not true. But he has that feeling. Everybody has this stuff. And it's not just 2020 that's bringing this out. Back in 1918, everything that we're going through now, they went through back then. They just didn't have the internet and quick communications. Yay! I did want to talk about some other stuff too, not just that thing. Because, once again, it just amazes me, and I have to make an appointment with my primary care physician at the Veterans Administration. I just have to figure out how to get there because it's a 50-mile round trip and my vehicle is non-functional. But there are some people that if they drink a single cup of coffee after noon, they are not going to be able to sleep that night. I start my day with a 200 milligram tablet. Every other night, I take a 200 milligram tablet before I go to bed so that I can sleep. I wash these down with caffeinated beverages. My pulse is under 60. I sleep. In fact, I fall asleep frequently with this stuff. I really, I can't afford to pay for it, but I need to be diagnosed officially so I can get a prescription for ADHD, because all that stimulant, and all it does is make my brain work fairly properly enough so that I can actually fall asleep. How about that? A fatal dose of caffeine is 700 milligrams in a day. I take 400. That's half of a lethal dose so that I can sleep. Wow. And the thing is, I mean, even the amount that I take, 400 milligrams in a day, there was this one guy, I watched a Chubby Emu video about a kid who drank a couple pots of coffee. Just bam, bam, bam. Almost killed him. So much caffeine put his system into overdrive. His adrenal caps on his kidneys were pumping out adrenaline because of all the caffeine. That can happen if you have a lot of caffeine. Your body just chugs, and I fall asleep. Thumbs up. Let's see what else I have on my topics list. That's about it. Really, I thought there was something nice that had happened that I was going to talk about. Huh. I imagine there is. But I also was watching another video that I was shocked and horrified by, and I can't really allude to it too much, but if you watch Jim Sterling and you watch the Jimquisition, it's a rough one, because it's talking about abuse and abusive cover-ups and just systemic, rotten to the core abuse at Ubisoft. To the point, like the CEO openly pressuring in front of other employees, women, to, I don't want to be demonetized, but you know, not good. Not good at all, so, yeah. Past that though, just surviving. Little Gojira still running around like a little crazy beast. She's good. I picked her up and was playing with her this morning. I mean, I don't juggle her or anything like that, or, you know, I don't throw and toss. It's just, I pick them up. Once again, I scoop underneath my hamsters so they don't freak out. I scoop her up, I pick her up, let her run around on my chest. She frequently, I can reach down and pet her. Just run my fingers down her sides, and she doesn't even pay attention. She doesn't flinch. She doesn't react in any way because she feels safe. She knows that I'm not going to hurt her. Thumbs up for that. And then, of course, a little dust mop with the way he runs up on the top of his cage whenever he hears noise so he can see what's going on. Runs up on top of his cage. Runs up on top of that little house inside of his home so they can get up on his feet and then look at me. And it's really, really cute. And last night, I actually took him downstairs and let him run around on the sofa and then let him run around in the hallway outside there. Free roaming for your rodent friends is a very, very good thing to do. You have to have a rodent-free place. In fact, the smaller your enclosure for your little rodent friends, the more imperative it is that they get outside playtime. Whether it be a cage that, you know, like you can set up on the floor with extra stuff, or if you have a room that you can semi-rodent proof. Now, you don't just throw your hamster into a room and then leave and then come back in a half hour. Oh, no. What you do is, if you have a hamster-proof area, is you set your hamster down and then you stay there with that hamster. But you let them just run around and sniff and snurf and go climbing on top of things and behind things and let them do stuff. And so the little dust mop here was running around downstairs. He was on the, like I said, put him on the sofa, let him run around, put him in a bookcase, let him run around on there, let him run around in the hallway. I sometimes just put him down on the floor here next to me so I can scoop him up if need be real quick and let them run around like that. Now, of course, little Saber with her pyometra, she just sits and drinks when she needs to, but I'm sure she's probably in pain, so. But little Dr. Snurf, I use I got a container of coconut oil. As mentioned, it's cooking coconut oil, so it's good. It's okay to eat. But I just dip my finger into that, which, undoubtedly spoils the whole thing, because now there's microorganisms from my finger in the cooking oil, and I don't know how much microorganisms like cooking oils, but I've dipped my fingers into it and then just rubbed my fingers onto his dry spot on his back, and I like that so much better than the stuff I was using before. Before, it was just a cream, which means it's going to dry eventually, and there's going to be some lubrication, but not a ton. Coconut oil just soaks right in, flows over it all, and it's going to stay moisturized for a time. His skin won't crack, and his fur has been growing back, so that's definitely a thumbs up on that. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you very much. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm lucky I can remember anything at all. So let me call it my Chrome here. We have John Smith, thumbs up and thank you. Cameron Flanagan, greatly appreciated. Excuse me. Matt McMillan, thumbs up. Steve Wolfley, greatly appreciated. Robert Faustnacht, thumbs up. Kathy Kisscat, always good to see you in the comments. Charles Logan, greatly appreciated. Kingly Cush, 84, I like the name. And then the Taurus Trooper, greatly appreciated. And then it looks like it looks like a period, but then in the comments it says Fergst here, F-R-G-S-T, and I recognize that name, so let's see if it's that person. Thank you very much. And Aaron S., greatly appreciated, and Hokey Smokes. Diogo DC, thumbs up and thank you. Henry Giovanetto, good to see you in the comments. Thank you. Daniel Lopez, greatly appreciated. Jake Muzzy, thumbs up. And then we have Elder Wolf 569, thumbs up and thank you. Russian Timing, good to see you in the comments. Thank you. And Christopher Thomas, thumbs up. Ali Shabiri, I'm actually glad you're back. Thumbs up and thank you. It's good to see you in the comments. So Tristan, thumbs up and thank you very much. Colin Reisenauer, good to see you in the comments. And Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up. YN, greatly appreciated. Confused Owl 29, it's good to see you in the comments as well. I try to reply back more, so I'm very sorry. It's everything that happens. If I don't reply in comments, it's not because I don't mean to. So thank you very, very much. It is good to see you in there. And then Nicholas Fuentes, or Nicholas Felipe. Good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up and thank you all. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated. With depression and all that, you need to get out of the echo chamber of your skull and dealing with other people. Very good thing. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you didn't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be cool if you could check that out. And if you wanted to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, with things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Heck of a... Let's see if I can say this in English. A lot of hand movements and gestures. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, today I have to record, edit, and render a video because I'm all done with my previous stuff. I'm trying to have a Minecraft filler sort of thing, where it's not, when I say filler, it's things that aren't Minecraft. I love Minecraft. I'll play Minecraft till the end of time. So thumbs up on that. Definitely a good thing. Anyway, though, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Now, please wear your masks. I know if you're watching this video, you probably are. If you aren't, please do. Practice social distancing. It's very important. Push for justice. There are too many names. The cops keep rioting and killing and hurting and just being monsters. Be safe. ACAB. I will sip. I will not sip you, but I will see you on the flip side, my friend. You are not a drink. I am not a vampire.